So has anyone made a Threads account yet?
So what's funny is I saw that you said that today, and also in my timeline on my flashback on Facebook, it showed me that, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I was super hype about Google Plus or G Plus or whatever the fuck it was that Google did for social media that was supposed to be the Facebook killer. Oh yeah, you had to get an invite only. The problem is it never got past that because it was terrible. All that converted into like just Gmail and shit like that, and like Hangouts. It was such a weird transition.
Does anyone actually use Google Hangouts?
No. I didn't realize it was
once
still a thing.
10 years ago.
Right. I think I used it. I tried to do an old podcast. We used that to communicate sometimes. It was awful.
I seen that they like announced Threads as like the Twitter killer.
It's automatically not going to work. It's not going to happen.
They have 30 million people on it apparently already.
Yeah, for a launch, that's going to happen. I think their main goal, their main like foot up is it's connected to Instagram, I guess. But I haven't signed up, and I don't have any intention to.
It's just what everybody was looking for. Another social media.
Right.
All right.
We're
all asking for it.
Exactly. I don't need any more social media. I don't even like the ones we have. I only use Twitter because of our shows.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably make it for the shows, but I have no intention on using it personally.
Right.
I'm going back to MySpace. Forget all this.
There you go.
MySpace would be amazing to come back. Like, I don't even know why it died.
I didn't want to leave. I was one of people hanging on.
It died because people's parents got on it. Also, once it sold to Fox Company, I think it went kapoof. It just went down. Like, it was literally like it got sold, and then like less than 6 months later, no one was using it.
I remember Justin Timberlake was trying to bring it back.
Yeah. I signed up for it then. And then what happened is at one point everything got erased. All your pictures, all the music, everything got erased, and that was it. It's still up it's still up. I don't know if it's functioning, but I'm pretty sure you still go to MySpace. Last I checked.
I'm gonna check my MySpace.
I remember it being old when the what was it? Funny People movie came out. Even then, I was like, "Wait, MySpace is still a thing?"
Funny People. Yeah. The Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
No,
I remember that when that came out. I was living on my own. I think it was like 19.
Yeah. MySpace. I like the music you could have playing when people would come to your profile, even though sometimes people's were really obnoxious. But then also, your friends were better back then too, because they would want to be in your top 8.
No, they weren't better. If they weren't, they would be shittier. So
right, but if they got kicked out of the top 8, then they're going to try to be your friend.
When you had to move your best friend from 1 to 2 because you just started dating a girl and you wanted to show off.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah. Or you'd be mad at somebody, so you'd move them down, and they'd be like, "Why'd you move?" And it would be both ways. I do that to people do that to me, and then you'd be like, "All right, I guess we're not." Or they would take me completely off of their top 8. I'm like, "Oh, it's like that then." At one point, I got so minimalistic that I hid everything except for like a couple GIFs and like a quick blurb, and nobody could see my friends list. So my top 8 didn't matter. And that, or I'd be in a band, so that would always be number 1.
I'd be interested having 8 friends. My top 8 is. Imagine having 8 friends.
Yeah.
Was the creator the one friend everybody gets?
Tom.
He just be looking at you like.
Yeah, I love Tom was great, but he got his money and he got the fuck out.
Yeah, smart man.
He could have been a Zuckerberg, but instead he's like, "Nah, I'm out."
That was when people like they would assume you were lame if you had Tom, but you're top 8. They were like, "Oh, you got Tom. You ain't shit."
I learned Photoshop. I learned Photoshop and at that time coding specifically because of MySpace. I knew nothing, but I wanted to make it look good, so I learned Photoshop.
Just hanging out with Tom. I tried finding it. I can't find it.
What, MySpace?
I was trying to get in.
Well,
I don't know my
MySpace,
password.
but I remember my email, but I've definitely not.
Everything's like I said, like everything's like gone now. Like I got my pictures off there when I could.
Damn, that blows.
I just want to know if Tom is doing Thread. If he is, then I'm more inclined.
I doubt it. I think he's like, I'm never using social media again.
Was it literally just Tom and it's his profile name?
Yeah,
I think it was just Tom.
I think it was just Tom.
Yeah, Tom Anderson.
Well, it was Tom Anderson. Welcome to Geek in the Sheets, the podcast where we indulge our nerdy passions, explore the latest in pop culture, and laugh until our sides hurt. I'm your host, Hi-Fi Mike, and I'm joined, as always, by Joe and Kenny.
Hello.
And this week we have our first guest for this podcast. We've got Tim and Mike. They do the comic book Grave Brigade. I said that a bunch of times. It is a tongue twister.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
How's it going? Easier to read than it is to say.
Yeah, very much so. And like I said, I said it a bunch because like this is gonna be hard. But yeah, I'm not ready for it.
From what I've read, I'm on page 14.
You're halfway.
It's good so far.
So why do you want to tell the audience about who you guys are, about your comic book, your Kickstarter, stuff like that?
Yeah, take it away, Tim.
All right, yeah. So Mike and I write a comic called Grave Brigade. We've got issue 1 on Kickstarter right now. We've got, I think, 6 days to go here. So final stretch for us. It is fully funded, but if you guys hop on right now, you can get some of the exclusive Kickstarter covers we've got going on that won't be available when the campaign ends. So now's the time to hop on. So Grave Brigade is basically a short pitch is World War II soldiers versus monsters. The idea is that the Nazis are creating monsters to help win the war. So they're working with mad scientists and the occult, things like that. And then the U.S. has a covert team that made up of off-the-book soldiers that are like recruited from firing squads, prisons, mental institutions. So they're like the worst of the worst, and they're really good at killing, and that's really all they can do. So it's a lot of action. It's an action adventure, and it's got a lot of horror involved as well.
Honestly, everything you named there, I'm in. Like I love the occult. I love monsters. I like watching Nazis get killed.
Win-win for you.
When I was reading it, I was like, what did I get myself into at first? Because like I got to the part where it was them walking into like I think it was a barn, and then there's the Nazis in there, and they're like, it almost seemed like they were going to team up for a second there, and I was like, what kind of book am I reading? I got a little bit farther.
Yeah. So I haven't got on the Kickstarter yet. I apologize. Is it all digital, or are you guys doing any print run?
No, we're doing print as well.
Oh, nice.
The digital we'll try to get to everybody as soon as we can after the Kickstarter ends, just so that, anyone who wants to read it can. But the print we'll do, once we get all the orders sorted and we get our kits together, those will be a little down the road.
And when does the Kickstarter end?
6 days from now, which I believe is...
So 3 days from the episode releasing.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So get on it.
I might have to go take a look because I thoroughly enjoyed it. So
thank you.
13th.
I will definitely go check that out. If I have the extra money, I'll throw in.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll get the show started like we always do with our Geek of the Week. I still don't have a segment thing.
All right, I got a quick question. So for is there something that made you guys want to do like Nazis having monsters, the U.S. fighting them? What was the idea behind that?
Yeah, so Mike and I had actually created a comic before this called Superbud, which is a pretty big departure from Grave Brigade. That is, kind of bright and colorful. It's action comedy. The premise for that is like weed that gives people superpowers. So more on the comedy side. Yeah.
Okay.
I want that one too. How do I get a hold of that one?
I was thinking that.
You can actually get that through the Kickstarter as well.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, there's an
nice.
add-on section, so you can
I'm here for
get caught up on that. So we were actually just trying to find something that was a departure from that was a little bit different. We loved writing comics, so we were looking for something that kind of get right into the action. Where Superbud, despite being like a comedy at first, is really story driven and it's character driven. So we were like, let's get something where we can just like get a bunch of action right away in issue 1. There's no slow playing anything. Like you get thrown right into it. So that was the idea. So it was like, okay, what would be fun to see get killed? And it was like, okay, monsters. All right. So then it was like, oh, who's going to fight the monsters? And it was like, okay, well, if they're like really badass soldiers, but to kind of give them character flaws, we kind of give them all like sorted past. So some of them, come from like mental institutions and prisons. So it's just like badass guys versus bad monsters. So the idea is just to like throw right into it with a lot of monster hunting and killing and action and that sort of thing.
Cool.
I think Nazis being a character flaw is an understatement.
Well, I meant the soldiers, the U.S. soldiers.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get in Geek of the Week. So that's what we talk about. We've been doing nerdy this week. We've been enjoying. Bad Guy, do you want to go first?
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're going first anyway, so.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think.
I hope you don't say mine.
Geek of the Week. I'm gonna go AEW. That's what I'm gonna go with. AEW's video game that's out now. They dropped a battle royale. They got a battle royale dropping. It's gonna be dropping soon. I don't know when July. I forget. But it's ridiculous. It's like some shit we played like with our toys back in the day. Like you can hit people with your cars. It's like on a stadium, and it's got the Fortnite thing where the stadium gets smaller and smaller. They got the ring, and yeah, it's just you're using weapons. You're using like I said, using cars. You're beating each other up, and you're trying to get into the circle. Like you're killing each other. It's wild, and I can't wait for it. So I definitely will be getting that for sure.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking some more about that later on because some awesome news came out that I'm pretty excited for. Tim, what have you been geeking out this week?
Oh, yeah. I just got yesterday, so I haven't even read it yet, but this it's called Night of the Ghoul. It's Scott Snyder, Francesco Francavilla. So I read the first issue digitally about a month or two ago, and it was awesome. So I was like, all right, sticking with the horror theme. I'm going to go read this. So pre-ordered it and finally got delivered yesterday. So excited to jump into that.
Nice. I definitely got to read that.
Mike, what about you?
Man, I've just been, so I ended up rewatching all the Indiana Jones movies. And I watched the new one over the weekend because my plans got canceled due to weather. Yeah, basically my opinions remain the same. 1 and 3 are the good ones, and the rest are not so good. Okay. I thought the newest one was watchable and like adequate as a third, definitely better than Crystal Skull, but not without its flaws.
That's what I've been hearing too. So if you could rank them, what would you rank them?
Raiders, Last Crusade, this one, Dial of Destiny.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't even know. I'll be honest. I've been trying Temple of Doom. Yeah, I do actually. I fuck with Young Indy. When he meets Dostoevsky, great episode. Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble getting through Temple of Doom. Every time I try, I get like 20 minutes in, and I'm just like, I don't know about this. And then I have to come back to it like the next day.
That was the one I loved as a kid. I loved that one growing up.
Yeah, I liked it as a kid. It's just it's not even like that good of effects though. This time watching it, like bad blue screen and bad like stunts.
I've been listening to a lot. I think I probably listened to 3 podcasts last week that recapped and reviewed specifically Temple of Doom, and I found out a lot more than I ever thought I would. But apparently, I mean, there's a lot of dark times going on offset. So yeah, I don't hate it. I actually like the movie. So, and I think that has a lot to do with Crystal Skull being so awful.
I was gonna say I like them all,
that bar
but
real
that
low.
Crystal Skull. That's the one. Like I gotta see this new one still, but I like the I liked all the rest of them besides Crystal Skull.
Joe, what have you been geeking out about?
So I was gonna say I don't even know if I could call this geeking out about it, but I've been watching the Mission Impossible Mission Impossible movies for the first time. And
For the first time.
I've watched 3 of them so far. 2, he was indeed horny as hell, Kenny.
I told you he was a horny bastard.
Yeah, he is very horny in that movie.
I told you.
And I was like,
everything.
I was like 10-year-old me would be watching this late at night at HBO, being like, "Damn, that's hot." But
I love that movie growing up too. And I rewatched. I said, "This movie is cringy," and I was like,
it was cringy.
I was like, "Tom Cruise, chill." Like, I was calling by his real name.
Yeah,
I was like, Tom Cruise,
they are getting better as they're going, so I'm excited to see the 4th one. But like, I have the AMC Movie Pass, so like I try to watch everything that's in theaters the day it comes out. And the new Mission Impossible comes out next week, so I was like, I got to grind through all of them really quick so I can see it.
Oh wow! I didn't realize it was so soon.
Yeah. So I just watched all the Indiana Jones for the first time too, so that I could see the newest one. And yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I honestly thought that Mission Impossible movie came out like 2 years ago. I had absolutely no idea that it took this long to come out. I do that.
This is part 1 that just came out.
Part 1.
Every movie's
I've
part
never seen a Mission Impossible movie.
I'm sick of movies saying part 1. Like, stop making part 1.
Yeah,
part 2.
well, that's the thing is they know that you're gonna pay for it. If you will go to see part 1, you're most likely gonna see part 2 just to resolve it.
Especially Fast and Furious, like part 1 of 3.
But that's the thing. Like,
I think the first one I saw like that was Kill Bill, if I remember correctly. It was the first one I remember I remember saying Kill Bill, like part 1 said whatever.
It's fine seeing it here and there. It's not fine every single movie in theaters right now, besides The Little Mermaid being part 1.
Yeah, but also it's like, I don't know, like the part 1, part 2 doesn't work when it's like a sequel to so many movies. Like you didn't need to see Infinity War part 1. Like just call it Infinity War and then call the next one Endgame.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed. I have been playing Metal Gear Solid. I think we talked about it last week, so I'm back to playing Metal Gear Solid. That's it. I don't have much to say about it. They don't like Metal Gear Solid.
Nope.
Yeah, but I love
it's
it.
enough for me.
You play your Metal Gear Solid.
You have to be too sneaky, Joe. You just like to run.
Buy all the copies, that way I don't have to see it again.
I don't like Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, Gassy Snake.
Yeah, any
Gassy Snake.
Gassy Snake. That's the one where you got an ulcer.
You got to use Pepto-Bismol Snake.
Yeah.
It's the one where you had all the cheese.
So all right, so we're gonna get started with the news topics for the week. Suicide Squad anime. I was super excited when I saw this. Warner Brothers Japan and Wit Studios announced at their panel at Anime Expo on Monday their original anime series titled Suicide Squad Isekai, based on famous DC characters. Warner Brothers describes the original anime story. DC's Harley Quinn, the Joker, and Suicide Squad rampage onto the stage of Isekai. I'm not going to say that right. In the new original anime series wow, it really just repeats itself. Warner Brothers Japan and Wit Studio, Suicide Squad Isekai. The most maddening worlds collide in an epic and violent fantasy with the strongest lineup of anime creators. Isekai means another world, which is now one of the most popular genres for anime. Wit Studios is known for a production of anime series such as Attack on Titan, The Ancient Magus Bride, Banking of the Kings, Spy Family, and the upcoming Spy Family Code White anime films, among others. We watched the trailer. It was very short, but I'm excited.
I was going to say
So
that
they
gave
do
more
it as
information than the
shorts?
trailer did.
Yeah. It really just kind of repeated itself. That was the official description from Warner Brothers, so I had to put it in here. It just repeated. It's from Warner Brothers.
They were trying to break the 200-word essay.
Yeah, they were really. I honestly, if I had to guess by reading it, I think they had AI write that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It honestly, the more I think about it, the fact that it explained itself and then repeated itself, it's definitely got to be AI generated.
You know that meme of the little kid? He's like, I went and I went.
Right. It really says it's an original anime made by this studio. Anyways, regardless, it looks sick. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it does look really cool. I'm into the anime style done by like different things.
So I did not like Batman Ninja or Ninja Batman or whatever it was.
I had trouble getting through that one too.
I didn't like the animation style. It's like 3D, and I don't like that style of animation, whatever. This is just straight anime. It looks beautiful. Just that shot of the Joker we get in the trailer. I'm here for it.
They told us everything and nothing at the same time.
They told me enough. Anime, Joker, Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad.
Did you guys see the Cyberpunk one that they made in anime?
I've been meaning to watch that on Netflix, right?
That is so good. Yeah, it is on Netflix. It is super good.
I still got
I hate the games. Absolutely hate the game.
I'm not gonna watch the anime until I play more of the game. I played probably 10 minutes of the game.
10 too much.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. No, it was patched. It wasn't that bad.
Mike, listen to me. It is rare that I don't finish a game. I refuse to finish that game.
Was it because it was buggy though, or you just didn't like it?
It's just like driving the cars is
horrible. Driving the car was awful.
It'd be like if you went back to play like Crazy Taxi nowadays. Like Crazy Taxi was fire. Hey, I know Crazy Taxi's fire. But if you go back to it after playing real games nowadays, like the driving's not gonna feel great.
No, Crazy Taxi still slaps.
That's my favorite game ever.
You know what's better is the Simpsons.
I was going to say that.
Crazy Taxi. I would have known that game went for so much money. I would have never got rid of my copy from the 2000s.
Was it Road Rage or Hit and Run?
Hit and Run.
Hit and Run. Yeah, I played both, but it was definitely Hit and Run.
Yeah, I don't know. The game is it's hard getting through like just like the play style. Like I enjoy the story to it, but it's just the play style of it that's not good.
Yeah, I mean when I only play a little bit of it, but I can't watch the anime until I play more of it. Otherwise I'm gonna be like, this is dumb.
Did you guys try out the Star Wars anime? I forget what it was called.
Is it
the one that came out a couple years ago? Like not that long ago?
The season 2 just came out, and season 1, I think was a year or two ago.
I can't think of the name.
Is that
I never
the one
watched
that was
it,
like
but I know what you're talking about.
it wasn't one continuous story, right? Wasn't it like
no? It's non-canonical shorts.
Visions.
Yeah.
Visions. Yeah.
And I'm gonna watch it.
Liked that I saw. I just finger pick them based off the thumbnail, but I don't know. There was a couple I was kind of digging.
I've been having, when we talk about this a lot, Disney more specifically, I'm having Disney overload. Like there's too much coming out, and yes, they're gonna cut back, but still, it's gonna take me forever because I didn't watch any of this on release. So it's gonna take me forever to catch up, and then I can't do it, and so I just gave up. I've completely checked out. I'll eventually get back to it. I think I watch a little here and there, but very rarely. That's why Joe does it all. Joe has all the time in the world. He does it. I thank him for his service. So Pokemon Concierge.
Yuck.
Pokemon Concierge is a stop-motion animated series produced by Dwarf Studios as a collaborative production between Netflix and the Pokemon Company. It's going to be released December 2023 on Netflix. I'm not going to watch it, but it looked nice.
I'm going to watch it, but I know I'm going to hate it.
My kid will like it.
Yeah, my daughter will love it. But like,
I mean,
why do we need stop motion?
I like
Pokemon.
stop motion. I'll be honest. I like if it's real stop motion. I'm here for it. I do enjoy stop motion. It just the patience and skill it takes that I will never be able to harness. That's enough to get me to watch. Like, I'll watch the shit out of Chicken Run. Just that shit's crazy. Wallace and Gromit, even like, I don't care. I'm here for stop motion, though I have a hard time watching Nightmare Before Christmas sometimes because it's been played way too much.
You know what the best stop motion is? Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yes, for sure. That not even no doubt. Yeah, so I'm probably not gonna watch it. Anybody else have any opinions on this?
No, I haven't watched
haven't even
Pokemon
seen the
in
trailer for it.
years.
Didn't we play? We played the.
Yeah, we played the trailer.
Yeah,
Oh,
There's
I
like
didn't realize it was stop motion.
there's not really much to it. It's like literally like Psyduck walks on the sand. That's
Right.
pretty much it.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks good, but it is stop motion. I thought it looked good. I thought it looked smooth.
The art to it's weird. It's like the live action Pokemon. I didn't care.
I like live action. Like, look, I don't give a. I will watch live action Pokemon any day of the week. Like, just give me something. I'm
Some
here
of those
for it.
Pokemon looked weird.
That's all I want in life. What are you kidding? This is as close as I'm gonna get.
It was Mr. Mind for you, Joe.
Ugh.
He was Mr. Mind fucked you up.
We don't need to bring that up again.
That uncanny valley.
His eyes were all bugged out. He's said, "Oh shit!"
Vinland Saga Season 2 perfect score, Joe. This is your article.
So, I have never heard of Vinland Saga. It's an anime, but I seen that it got a perfect review done on it for season 2, and it got me intrigued to watch it. So I'm planning on watching it. It says that it was a masterpiece and that it has masterclass anime storytelling, one of the greatest character arcs in modern fiction, and incredible voice acting and stunning animation. IGN said this about this show. So like I'm giving it a chance just based off of that.
That's how you do it. That's how you do a bio.
It's about Vikings? Or it looks like it's about Vikings.
Yeah, I see a couple
it's mostly
images of
set
it.
England 1013 AD, which is mostly conquered by the Danish. As King, I'm not saying that. I can't say that. Sven. We'll just say Sven. Nears death, his son Prince Harold and Prince Canute. We're going Canute. Argue over his succession. It doesn't sound like it's anything out of the box.
Whoa, Jesus.
All right, well, I'm going to give it a shot,
on
too.
SFW.
Oh, no. Anything like the Northmen, I would consider giving it a shot.
Luckily, we have this as
It's just seeing something get a perfect score and then them giving that type of description to an anime is like, it's enticing. Like I want to give it a shot.
I'm going to give it a shot. Explicit, that's the word I'm thinking of. All right. So we're going to move on to, there's a Daryl spinoff show for The Walking Dead. AMC premiered the first clip for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, on Monday, which shows off star Norman Reedus getting off a boat in France. The series is set to air sometime this fall on AMC and AMC Plus, which, if it's going to do this fall with the writer's strike, that actually might get some eyes on it. Because we're getting a lot of game shows, guys. A lot of game shows. The series will pick up with Daryl after the events of the main Walking Dead series when the character washes up on the shores of France on a small boat. From there, the clip shows him wandering the French countryside, surveying the remnants of zombie apocalypse before finding an ominous and probably not very abandoned building. The series will follow Daryl on his trek through France as he searches a way back home. Why would you want to go back home? Joe, you are a Walking Dead expert.
Yes. Fucking stop making Walking Dead.
Yes, because
that's all I need to say. Like, Walking Dead was good. The comic books, phenomenal comic series.
I regret selling
the
all
show.
my books.
The show was good up until a point. It ended on a good note, in my opinion. I know some people didn't like that, but like Fear the Walking Dead, you did a spinoff. It was good. You didn't need to do World Beyond. You didn't need to do the shit with Maggie and Negan that I've been watching. But I like, again, as I said earlier, if I watch something, I have to watch it all.
Hold on.
Same with games.
Then you're gonna love this next part. There's another spinoff show with Rick, and you're gonna be able to say the name. I'm not gonna be able to say the name. Michonne. That's what I thought, but it wasn't connecting.
So they released
those are the most boring characters in Walking Dead.
So this is what I'm getting pissed off about. there's several main characters that are left in the Walking Dead series, right? The series itself, the original one, is over now. Negan and Maggie are alive. They got their own show. Daryl's alive. Got his own show. Rick and Michonne are alive. Got their own show. Just make a season 12. Why are we making 3 different shows?
I was going to say, they have their own show now. So
Right.
just put them all together because that's what the show was about.
That's what's pissing me off. Like, because now I got to keep up with 3 more shows instead of just making a season 12.
Well, that's the thing is they end the show because the actual show wasn't getting any. I mean, it wasn't getting any watches, and it wasn't getting any views.
But
so
they're
trying this, and this sucks. Apparently, it sucks just as much. Nobody seems to like any of this.
I was going to say,
I've been watching the Maggie and Negan, didn't care.
Just cut it. Just cut it. So like, okay, the first third of it is about this person. Second third about this, instead of having to go to each. That's ridiculous.
Right, but they must, somebody must be getting paid somewhere for walking, or they have Walking Dead licenses they gotta burn. That's the only thing that makes sense. Is they got stuck with these licenses that are gonna get more of a penalty for not using them.
I know there's movies that are supposed to be coming with Rick.
No.
Too.
Yeah, I stopped watching Walking Dead. Like, I want to say 2 seasons before it ended. I was like, this is the same rinse and repeat shit over and over again. Like
the final season took 2 years because they cut it up into 4 parts.
Yes, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm sick of it.
I started watching it. Every time I start to watch it, I don't.
It was just too much.
I mean, the thing is like early Walking Dead is fucking great. It is so good.
Shame.
Like, even that is kind of okay. I mean, I support it. I watched it because I loved the comic and I liked Frank Darabont and I had faith that he would get it where it needed to go. But I even felt like season 2 kind of dragged. You know, it's like, why are they staying at what's his name's farm so long? It's just Herschel. They should have gotten into prison earlier than they did, and then I don't know. They just like
they straight off
such good storytelling, and it all is not like. It doesn't drag at all. So why does the show have to like keep changing its pace from like, oh, we're dragging our feet because maybe we don't have the budget, or now we're speeding things up because we're trying to like catch up to it.
They changed showrunners like 3 or 4 times in those first few seasons too, so that's probably a big part of it. There's a different person running it.
I didn't know that. I will stand by though that if Walking Dead was on HBO, it would have been one of the best shows ever.
Yeah, that would have been Tom Jane as Rick.
Yeah, it like I don't know, because I feel like they couldn't get as like gory and stuff on. Like I know AMC's like scary and all that, but like I don't think they could do half the shit that HBO would have been able to do with it.
Well, the thing with AMC, I mean, they could put, if they want to do something gorier, they can probably put it on Shudder because they're all encompassed in that deal. And honestly, I think they save a lot of their stuff for Shudder. Like Creepshow.
AMC is maybe finding its way back with some of like the short form storytelling. Like I don't know if you guys saw Interview with the Vampire, but I was really impressed with what they did with 7 episodes, and they got pretty gory in it, and they told a lot of the story.
I think they need to not try to have their own streaming service. That's their problem. More people would watch their stuff, guaranteed. If they keep Shudder, fine, keep Shudder going. But AMC Plus does not need to be a thing. I had it for a year. I used it twice. I paid $20 for a year, used it twice, was not worth it. Nothing on there was really there couldn't keep me going. I watched it for movies that were on Shudder, so it really didn't work anyways. So. It's just the price was good. They need to get rid of their own service because I think it's gonna happen. I see a lot of these companies are now starting to consolidate again. It's weird. We're going back. We had too many. Now they're all gonna start failing and they're gonna go back to one. Oh, streaming wars, man.
Does Shudder have the Creepshow?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes. What I watched was good.
That I would like to check out.
I like the serial stuff. I like the serial. I can never remember. Yes. I like anthologies. So
every time I hear Shudder, I think of the movie Shudder.
Shutter Island?
No, Shudder.
No,
Shudder? No, Well, I think
Camera.
Shutter Island. Oh, yeah. So anybody else have anything else on The Walking Dead?
I was going to say Walking Dead. I was going to say forget all that and bring back Dawn of the Dead. Just do one more movie. That's all we need. Dawn of the Dead is Dawn of the Dead and 28 Days Later are the greatest zombie movies ever.
28 Days Later, I'll agree.
28 Weeks also.
28 Weeks is
28
great.
Weeks was good. 28 Weeks was good.
I did.
It was a little slower. It was a little slower than 28 Days Later was, but 28 Days Later was.
I didn't throw this on the doc, but Shaun of the Dead confirmed that they're not doing a second one. I'm like, I mean, we're 15 years
I didn't
down
know
the road.
That was even in talks.
Yeah, I know. I was like, we're so far down the road. Like,
that's like when I got the Austin Power news. They were like, we're not doing a fourth one. I was like, okay, all right. I was a child when the third one was out.
You didn't have to tell us.
One of my favorite zombie movies is Return of the Living Dead, and that was the whole. Honestly, I think that was one of the 2 movies I watched on AMC Plus.
Is that the one from the 80s?
Yeah, yeah. So it's technically.
Savini.
What was that?
Tom Savini's in it, like as a character.
Is he?
You know, Juwanna Man's in it.
Or is that a different? Maybe that's a different Living Dead one.
There's more than so. I found out, and because I went into a deep dive, and I found out that what happened was Night of the Living Dead. The 2 creators, they couldn't figure out which way to go with it, so they both just decided to do their own series, and they're both canon. And that's where Return of the Living Dead is the one that's not. What's his name? I can't think of him. Yeah, not Romero. It was the other guy. It's not bad. I enjoyed it. But trying to find a list of ways to watch all the movies, and that fucked me up. Because I like to watch things chronologically. Can't do that with this series because they're 2 series, but also 1 series, and it's insane.
Return of the Living Dead looks like something I don't want to watch.
You guys keep going. There we go.
It was back in the 80s. I mean,
I can tell.
There's some movies that are like you go back and watch them and they're still fire, and then some of them is like I can't do it because like Nightmare on Elm Street is still good, even though the ending is it still pisses me off to this day.
What's your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie? And why? Okay. Why is it Dream Warriors?
I was gonna say it's the third one, but it's barely edging the first one to me. It's barely edging the first one. Those are like fighting for me. Back in the day, the one I loved the most back in the day was Freddy's Dead. That was my favorite one. That was the one where I could watch it and scare me. I thought it was funny growing up.
I've never seen any of those either.
You need to, but you don't like horror, but you need to do it because they're not just horror, but they're funny. I
guess
as shit.
I guess my big thing with horror is I don't like the paranormal shit. Like when I watch Screams for the first time, I love those now. I'm obsessed with those.
I mean, okay.
But I could watch
paranormal, but he's kind of
I don't need.
I will watch some things with possessions, but a lot of things with possessions I don't like.
Your shirt's bothering me because I'm just picturing it's a Conjuring shirt, knowing you.
I mean, it is kind of creepy. But...
I think some of my shirt, because my shirt's fucked up.
No, I don't get into the Conjuring and stuff like that.
That's how it happened.
All right. So speaking of another franchise that people keep going back to, the Conjuring series, The Nun 2. They're coming out with. They return for Conjuring Universe for horror sequel sister Irene, as well as Bonnie Aarons as the titular character Storm Rid. Also joined the cast of The Nun 2. Comes into theater September 8th. I pulled that right off of YouTube. It didn't tell us much.
I think it's going to be good, though.
It's going to be good. It's just... And I think I'm going to eventually get around to watching them. But... I don't know, man. I've never been into... I watched The Exorcist. That was... The Poltergeist is pretty cool, but that's not really possession.
I'll say this. I mean, because these are all possession. So when I went back and watched every single one of those movies I can't remember if it was summer or the fall, but I went and watched them all. and they're like, there's definitely their hits and misses. There's definitely some misses in there. Like the first Annabelle was trash, the second one was fire. So it's just when you get to some episodes, but some movies are really, really good, some are really, really bad. But I think The Nun was one of them that was bad. And usually when they have a bad movie, they usually do better about the next one. I will definitely give them that. They usually do better.
Yeah, I thought The Nun. I saw the first one in theaters. I had like not AMC, but one of those like passes at the time. And I was just kind of bored for a lot of it. It seemed like they were just trying to like make up story to fill out 90 minutes. And I don't even know if it was a full 90 minutes.
It was short.
I agree with you on Annabelle. The second one was good. That's the one with the orphanage, right? And the girl that's got like the leg issues and stuff.
Yeah. I was feeling so bad for her. I was like, run! And her leg was all messed up. She's like,
yeah, I do not like that stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you definitely want to fuck with that. But it's really good though. I'll definitely give them that. I think like I say, it has hit or misses, but as an overall like, I guess timeline, like the that Conjuring world, Conjuring verse, whatever, it's good.
I want to see the new Insidious.
Me too.
Last one.
I didn't realize I was missing one. I didn't see the last one, so I got to go see that one.
The last one.
It was like the missing key or some shit like that.
Oh, I saw it because it's not none of the main characters in it. It's just the psychic woman, the one from Kingpin.
I don't remember a trailer. I don't remember anything about that. So I'm like, because when this one came out, they were like the 4th installment. I was like 4th, so I got to go back and watch that one now. I'm gonna go back and watch the first 2 again, just so I can like have a fresh mind and everything on it. But yeah, that's one of the few movies that really fucked me up. Was
the first one? Yeah.
First Insidious. I went on a date and I had my arm wrapped around her, and the one part happened that everybody gets fucked up on, and I was like, I jumped. I was like, "You good? You good?" Like I had to make it seem like it was her. Like, "You good? You okay?" Yeah, that movie had me fucked up. That's one of the first. I think it's one of the first movies I've seen, like horror movies I saw in theaters, and that shit fucked me up.
So San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, and Marvel is going to be there. It seems like a lot of studios aren't going to be there, but Marvel is going to be there. I got their panel that they're going to do. They've got Designing the X-Men, Marvel, and Proco Teach. I can't read. The Art of Storytelling. Marvel Heroes, Hulks, and Super Soldiers. Marvel Fanfare with CB Cebulski. Marvel Multiverse Role-Playing Live Play and Glass Cannon Network. Marvel The Next Big Thing, which is going to be their, I guess that's going to be their big presentation. And then Women of Marvel is what they're closing out with. It honestly doesn't sound, it sounds pretty good. It sounds very more comic related than movie related. Just by
There's
reading.
One thing I'd seen that it's in their panel. The link I sent you must not have had it, but they're doing Spider-Man 2 gameplay too.
Yeah.
That they're showing.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be during the next big thing.
Yeah, that probably will be through the next big thing.
The next big thing. What I was reading is their big presentation.
Hopefully some good stuff. Not more shows that I have to watch for no reason.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
Today I was like, yes, I'm all caught up on my shows, and then I turned on Disney Plus. I was just gonna throw Boy Meets World on, and I seen that there was a new episode of Secret Invasion. I was like, God damn it, what the fuck? Like I thought I was caught up on it.
We're really like in a hostage situation with Marvel. We're like,
yeah, I got out again. I went like
it's
this.
like Walking Dead. It's Walking Dead. It's Star Wars. It's Marvel. Just stop. Just put time.
You guys got
into one thing.
Next, they're going to be sending Hawkeye to France with Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. I'd watch that crossover.
The crossover where they fight. Only one of them lives.
Too many arrows left and right.
They'll be trying to kill
them. 97 still coming out.
Yeah, I just saw something about that recently. Like it's that a promo image or some kind of toys or merchandising or something. So it looks like it's coming out soon.
Was that X-Men 97?
Yeah, it's they're like reprising the series from the 90s. The good X-Men animated series. They talked about it for years, and I haven't like seen anything. I haven't seen any trailers. Haven't heard a release date.
X-Men 92.
They got the toys and everything.
Yeah. I just heard about they were just pretty much picking up literally right where it left off. They're going to try to do the same animation. Like everything's going to be the same.
Well, hopefully it's not the same animation from the end because that would be awful because that's when they sent it out to Korea.
Yeah.
And it was
gonna
awful.
Be so good.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm gonna pop when they do that. I'm gonna act the fool when that shit come
on. Anybody else have anything to say about the Marvel? I guess it's really nothing we can talk about until it happens. But
yeah, I am interested in them ending on Women of Marvel. Like, I don't know if it's just more stuff about the I forgot what the newest movie coming out is. The Marvels, I think is what it was called. So I don't know if it's just like a lot more information on that or what, but it's interesting that they're doing the big presentation right before that, just because I feel like they're almost going to announce something big for like a female character.
So the Women of Marvel return to San Diego. Join us for a lively discussion with Marvel talent across publishing, digital media, and studios, including editor Sarah Brunstad. I am awful with names. Executive producers Santa. Oh wow.
Santa Claus.
No, this is when I DoorDash. I gotta say
Clarita?
names, and if I look at one, I'm like, I'm not saying this. This is the name.
Hey, dude.
There's a lot of names I realize I cannot read.
You gotta mumble the rest of it, Santa.
Yeah, basically.
Well, yeah, that's me.
Jodie Hauser.
Jodie
from
Hauser.
Star Wars, Obi-Wan.
So
Charlie
it sounds like
Jane
they're gonna
Anders,
blow their load
New
and then have like a
Mutants.
come down.
New Mutants, Miss Marvel, an executive producer for Miss Marvel. So it's them talking about women in the industry.
Okay.
But they want you to stay hold on. They want you to stay till the end for an exclusive giveaway. Their way of keeping you in your seats to listen to women talk is like, all right, guys, you get something free at the end. You just gotta sit there. No, that's exactly what this is. Because otherwise,
you get 1 month of Disney Plus.
Not with the women talking. I don't think it's like that. Women are talking. We're gonna do a giveaway.
You gotta give a giveaway. You gotta sit in your seat.
That's insane.
No,
that is kind of fucked up that they're doing that.
It looks like they're also doing it for the next big thing one as well.
Okay.
No, it looks like they're doing it for most of them. But that was funny. That was awful. That
they're probably sick ass like variant covers of comics or something.
Right, it's gonna be something. I gotta bring the doc back up. I lost it. All right, so the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 comes out on July 7th. And
tomorrow.
Blu-ray and DVD on August 1st. So I can finally watch it. And I'm pretty excited.
Same, I haven't seen it either.
It's the last one.
I went straight to the what's the movie that happened? Was it Ant-Man? Ant-Man came out after that, right?
No,
it came out.
What movie came out after that? I saw that one.
Spider-Man.
Damn. So
I don't even know.
I could have sworn they did another project after that.
I don't think so.
No, this was recent. This came out just recently. Like this is one of the latest
past month or two.
They try to drop like 4 movies a year, and they need to stop.
Well, that's the plan.
I know, but they need to
that's
stop.
what they say.
They're
gonna drop from 4 to 3.
I'm just hoping Shang-Chi like goes crazy.
When they drop a movie though, they're adding on 6 shows.
Right. Yeah. And you got to watch all the shows leading up. You got to watch all the shows after. You got to watch the crossovers. You got to watch.
I feel bad for people that's coming in late because like, oh, I want to see that, and I'm like, no, you got to watch.
You can't.
Right,
and that's a problem, right? Everything is so interwoven that you got to have all the lore at this point.
Yeah, because you're confused. Like, what's he about? What's
and then you gotta explain it to somebody.
They're gonna
even
start
more
linking it together with comics and stuff soon.
It's time for a reboot, right? It's time for them to reboot the universe.
and then whenever Deadpool drops, he's gonna make fun of everything.
Oh yeah,
DC, all that shit.
What if they get Deadpool to reboot the universe? And it's called Deadpool reboots the universe.
He can kill everyone.
He can. What if they did a Deadpool kills everyone? That was fun. I think I got that somewhere in one of my short boxes. So Venom shoots poop.
Kids.
In case you didn't know,
This is the dumbest thing I heard today.
This month, Venom number 22, seemingly out of nowhere, drops a surprise nugget of information. Anytime that you have seen Venom use his webbing, be it swing from a building, tie up a bad guy, or lasso someone out of the air, that webbing was made from his poop. In the issue, Venom, currently hosted by Eddie Brock's son Dylan, is fighting Flexo, another symbiote that ties to Marvel Comics from over 8 decades ago. In an attempt to quickly dispatch his foe, Venom uses his web fluid to push Flexo out of the way, only for his inner monologue to note what it's actually made from. If you want more, this is in quotes, if you want more webbing fluid after this, we need to eat. Venom tells Dylan something man-sized. When Flexo notices the fluid, Venom says to him out loud, "It's symbiote waste. It stores it and then shoots strands all over the city. Don't blame me. It's how I was raised."
That is, I noticed it, but I didn't notice it. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's not.
It fits
It
for
is
Venom
always
to be the
bad.
one doing that,
Oh,
but it's random as fuck.
it really is, and I'll be completely honest with you. I'm gonna hopefully forget this, and
I'm already
go
trying.
back to it not being poop.
It's
That's
honestly
wild,
the
though.
dumbest. It's the dumbest fucking comic
You know
news I've seen in
somebody-
the longest time.
You know, somebody wrote that and just started laughing.
The fact that that's like headlining comic news is ridiculous, and that's probably why they did it.
Right.
he tapped his friend, so you know it'd be crazy.
So one thing to learn, guys: don't write a character in your book that's powers has to do with poop.
The wild thing is, he's
Cross
like
that one off the list.
Yes,
Well,
I know
it's
that
not
was
even
your
just
next
that.
character.
It's waiting so long to just drop that little tidbit.
They're ripping up their new script because it was just poop man.
But it's weird because he's one of like the favorites when it comes to villains. Like a lot of people
Yeah.
love Venom.
Oh, I
and then
love
it's just
Venom.
like,
I love
No.
Venom. I've got multiple Venom posters that I don't have hanging. Actually, I have one hanging in my
I
room.
love him so much I don't hang him up.
yeah,
I
was
have
like,
no.
okay.
I don't hang them because I want to get frames for them, and frames are fucking expensive for 24 by
Okay.
36, and I am poor as shit.
I wish you would have led with that. He's like, I don't even put
I
them
love
up.
them,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna put them. They're still in great condition.
He's got people he don't care about on his wall. Like,
No, I just can't afford frames, and I got a bunch of posters. Anyone else need to say anything about Venom's poop before we move on?
no, I'm over here thinking of people that you don't care about on your wall right now.
All right, David Corn Sweat.
Lex Grossman.
Corn Sweat. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm saying Corn Sweat because he's the new Superman. And Rachel Brosnahan. And I promise you, I practiced these names beforehand. Brosnahan. She's Lois Lane. They both got announced, but what I want to talk about is following the official casting of both of those for Superman Legacy, director James Gunn has revealed a new detail about the studio's highly anticipated superhero movie. Through his social media accounts, Gunn confirmed that the upcoming film would not include the Kryptonian hero's childhood in Kansas. Since his origin story has been featured enough in previous movies,
There you go.
I think that we've seen his origin enough times in films that this time, Gunn said when a fan asked him to adapt All-Star Superman comics. Meanwhile, fan volunteered to play young sweet corn. Someone's Instagram. Anyways, we're not getting an origin story, and I am pumped. No more origin stories. No more origin stories.
Because I'm talking like I agree. I agree with that 100% because we've seen it a million times. I've seen Uncle Ben get shot a million times.
Oh, I don't
I've
need to
seen
see it anymore. It's great that we
I've
didn't
seen
have to see it
Batman's
again.
parents go to alleyways and get lit up. Like I've seen it enough. Like we're
Right.
good on those. Like,
We don't-
like because of Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man, we're good.
Exactly. We don't need it. Honestly, don't need Iron Man's either.
We only have the one.
But they're gonna
I want the Hulk
we're gonna see a
with the
reboot
new-
soon. I don't want it again.
Hulk too. Fuck Hulk. You know I can't stand the Hulk.
Oh, we don't need another Hulk one.
What?
We don't need another Hulk one. We
Yes.
don't need another Flash origin story. honestly,
true.
we just don't need origin stories. Let's not do it. Let's just skip them all together and get it in flashbacks.
Unless it hasn't been done.
Yeah, don't even do the flashbacks. The Batman did 3-hour movie and they didn't do a single like scrap of it. No frame is anything of that, and I liked it.
The more I watch the new Batman, I like it. The first time I watched it, I didn't care for it. But like the more I watch it, the more I'm appreciating it.
I'm gonna go back and watch it. I've seen it once. I didn't like it.
But still, Christian Bale's still the GOAT.
No, Christian Bale's the worst. He's the absolute worst Batman
the
and the absolute
he's the
worst
Clooney?
Batman. Yes.
We had George Clooney. He had Batman.
George Clooney's down there. But Christian Bale was awful, and
Christian Bale was great.
And when I came to the realization that I don't like Christian Bale, it absolutely did ruin those movies for me.
That's wild. He's in my top 5.
And I like Christian Bale in other things, but I hate him as Batman.
Mike and Tim, what are your stances on Christian Bale as Batman?
I like Christian Bale as Batman.
That's fine.
You know what? I loved those movies, so therefore I like Christian Bale.
You can like the movies, but not like Christian Bale. There's a lot of other things.
The villains were so good.
It's honestly anyone can look at Batman and notice that his jaw, that underbite he has, like, Bruce Wayne's always on TV. He has the same fucking overbite.
Well, we can't do that because
you can. You can fucking do a whole goddamn teeth lineup because you can.
They could have thought it was Freddie Mercury. That was around the same time frame.
No, I mean, like with that one, I mean, he's wearing a mask at least. Clark Kent is literally like.
Oh yeah, Clark Kent's dumb. I agree.
He's
Spider-Man. Holy shit.
I agree with that.
Like that's wild.
And honestly, I think I'm too deep into this Christian Bale as Batman hate that I can't go back on it even if I wanted to.
Oh, so you're just doubling down. Here's
the thing is I did not like Batman Begins. I liked the third one. I did not like Batman Begins. Again, I fucking hate origin stories.
No, I agree with you. I don't like the origin stories either.
I hate
it was still a good movie. I think because he was stressed. I tell you, I always say that Batman was stressed. Nobody was stressed out like he was. Imagine interrogating somebody and it doesn't work. He's like, I'll just do it because it's fun to me. Like that's it. Like that's how Joker was. I'll do it because it's fun to me. Bane breaks his back and he's out the whole movie. He thought he stopped the Scarecrow. Scarecrow literally sets him on fire and he jumps out of a window to like save himself. Like he's stressed. His girlfriend is a fucking villain too. Like he's stressed.
It's just in those movies, Christian Bale is just not fun to watch, and his voice is awful, and his underbite is awful.
Enough of you talking about
I think
Christian
that was
Bale.
it. Was the underbite?
You're stressing me out.
I was gonna say you're just finding reasons to hate him.
No, it's the fucking underbite. I just watch it the entire fucking time.
He did nothing wrong to you. He's just being mad.
He didn't go to. Who's the orthodontist? He needs to go to an orthodontist to get that jaw fixed. Two-Face, we get Two-Face in Gotham Knights series finale is featured. It was officially released by the CW. First look at Misha Collins' Two-Face in Gotham Knights series finale, which aired on June 28th, 2023. While the series is canceled, you can watch the entire one series on Max and the CW app. Oh, he looks good. I like him. I like the way it looks.
That looks good.
Yeah. He's a good actor too. That guy playing him, he's a good actor too.
Looks better than Dark Knight.
I just can't think of his name. But...
What? Misha Collins.
Yeah, he's great.
And again, Batman's my favorite superhero. So.
Oh no, he's not. I can't stand Batman.
He's 1,000% my favorite superhero.
But
I have a Batman tattoo. First tattoo, Batman tattoo.
I
love Batman.
I hate that you reminded me about it because I finally forgot about it.
Batman, you're never gonna forget about it. Batman's by far my favorite. Will always be my favorite.
A Batman tramp.
Those movies
I'm just saying.
Those movies
now I'm mad
overrated.
You have it again.
Dude, be mad all you want. I don't understand why you'd be mad about my tattoo.
Because I forget you have it, and then somebody will break it up, but I remember you have that tattoo. It makes me mad.
It is a great tattoo because it is Batman.
I have a Batman one, but it says whiskey, so it's not really Batman.
Right.
But yours is such a big tattoo, like
his is probably about the same size.
Mine's probably like the same.
Yeah, but his is like on his arm with a whole bunch of other tattoos.
It's just
yours
on my
like by itself.
Yeah, yours is on your pubes. You're shaving a fucking.
It's not on my pubes. It is between my belly button and my pubes. It is a mail tramp stamp, and it worked out well.
It's such a big. It's just like good year.
Mike really just flips out his pants. I am the Batman.
I am the Batman. It was gonna go on my chest, but I was convinced not to. Honestly, that probably would have been just as bad. So yeah, Two-Face is reviewed. We're gonna get 2 new Narnia movies for Netflix.
Narnia?
Yeah. So Greta Gerwig has secured a deal with Netflix. So they got her a deal before Barbie even came out. To write and direct 2 movies based on C.S. Lewis' The Chronicles of Narnia. According to the recent profile piece by The New Yorker, Gerwig will helm at least 2 Narnia movies for Netflix as part of the streamer's long-gesturing plans to bring the beloved Chronicles of Narnia series to life. I swear this was also written by a fucking AI. Because it just says Chronicles of Narnia and 2 movies the entire time.
I mean, I don't really think they announced what movies they're.
No, they didn't announce what, but they didn't have to repeat 3 times as Chronicle of Narnia.
I'm hoping that it's an original Narnia movie.
No, it's not going to be. They're going to, and what I hope is they do it from the beginning as a series. Like that way, the whole series, starting from the first book. And that's not Lion Witch of the Wardrobe. I'm talking Magician's Nephew. Oh, let's do it all. Let's fucking do it all. Let's do this. Please.
I don't mind. Like, I thought they were pretty good.
Well, they never finished it. They never finished it. That's my problem. I always wanted to see the Silver Chair, and I always wanted to see the Magician's Nephew. Never got either of them. Finally got Prince Caspian.
Cast, right?
What was that?
You heard who they cast in the Greta Gerwig ones? It's Christian Bale.
No, yeah. I'm not watching. Is Aslan?
Wait, is it actually?
No.
Oh my God!
It's a bit, Joe.
I would have been so hyped.
It would have been weird. I would have been trying to figure out who the fuck he tried to be. He'd have to be. If he was, it would have to be a voice.
He's a lion.
He's the witch.
It's actually the wardrobe
as
really.
Batman. He's the wardrobe.
It's a play. I'd be disgusted.
I am pretty excited to see Bob Marley movie. So Bob Marley, One Love, celebrates the life and music of an icon who inspired generations through his message of love and unity. On the big screen for the first time, discover Bob's powerful... I hate calling him Bob. Bob Marley's powerful story of overcoming adversity and the journey behind his revolutionary music. The film is produced in partnership with the Marley family and stars Kingsley Ben-Adir as a legendary musician and Lashana Lynch as his wife Rita. Bob Marley, One Love, directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green, opens in theaters January 12th, 2024. We watched the trailer and I'm pretty hype about it.
I like biopics, so
yeah.
For
sure.
I'm definitely in, especially
I'm
definitely in.
I still gotta watch Rocket Man.
That's good. That's good.
I didn't care for that one.
I did like.
He probably is the worst dad in biopic history.
I like Bohemian Rhapsody. I know it's a parody of a biopic, but I still gotta watch Weird Al's.
That one's good too.
I gotta see that one. I haven't seen that one.
It's on. The problem is, every time I want to watch it, I'm not near my fucking Roku.
I forgot that was even a thing. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, that was Daniel Radcliffe, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Daniel Radcliffe is Weird Al?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and apparently he did fantastic, is what I heard.
Yeah, me and Abby watched it, and it was great. Okay.
I'll definitely check it. You know, I love a good. I said I don't know if I said on this show, but I love biopics based on music. But I hate music. Yes. But I hate musicals. I fucking hate musicals.
I enjoy jukebox musicals depending on it. I would fucking come in my pants for a Billy Joel fucking jukebox musical. It would be fantastic. We've already got Jersey Boys, so now I need something. I need Uptown Girl for Billy Joel. Let's do it.
Have you guys seen The Dirt?
What's that?
The Motley Crue one. Yes, I did. I watched that.
That one's really good.
I never heard of it. I'm gonna have to watch that one too.
That one's on Netflix.
That's what I was able to stand looking at MGK.
No, yeah,
I can't do it now. He plays Tommy Lee, right? I think.
Weirdo.
I didn't really. I've looked at him enough over the last 2 years.
He's in so many random movies, and I don't realize that it's him.
Because he tried to be an actor for a while.
Because
they also rejected him for that too.
Yeah, he was in Bird Box.
Well, he's so random that he's in Bird Box. Like,
do I get to cover my eyes so I don't have to look at him?
You can.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, if you want to really feel like you're in the movie.
Yeah, that'd be funny. You go see the movie. It's an interactive movie. You have to put a blindfold on the entire time. The movie's still going, but you got
just a podcast.
That's awful.
All right, so we're gonna get into games here, and bad guy. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have you say this: the Jujutsu
Kaisen.
You got it. You hit it right off the bat. Do you want to tell me what this is? Because
no, I don't know anything about it. I don't know shit about it. I just know the name.
I got you. It's Dragon Ball Z Budokai 4.
I thought it was Naruto. So
you gotta have people fighting this.
I'm telling you, when they are fighting in that courtyard, it looks like the old Dragon Ball Z fighting games. Like it's exactly the
yeah. What is that? What is Tenkaichi? Is that what it was? No, Budokai. It was Budokai, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
might want to go play those.
Fourth one dropping soon.
I know. I can't wait.
Did anybody play the Xenoverse games? Were those any good?
Yeah. Those are fire.
And those are fire. Was that like you make a character? Was that one?
You make one that's like an open world MMO.
Is it? It is an MMO, so it is online.
Yeah, there's a shitload of people on it. Well, there's probably not anymore, but it's still really good.
Dude, my brother be on there going crazy. His content goes crazy on there. I'll give him his credit.
Sword Art Online, Last Recollections coming to PC via Steam, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One. I know it says it's coming PC via Steam, but I would assume that is it not coming out through Game Pass for the PC? So I guess that would make sense.
Some PC games
don't
are like exclusive to like Steam or Epic.
I guess it comes out for. I guess if it does go on that, it would probably go for that. But yeah, I mean, it's not exclusive, so that makes sense. I'm just now looking into PC gaming stuff, so I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to that now.
I'm pumped.
But yeah, I'm. If you've watched Sword Art Online, if you played any of the games, it does look like some, the games that you played before. Nothing really new on that front, but it does look good. It does look fun. It is Sword Art. You know what you're getting. It comes out in October, so maybe I'll play it, but a bunch of stuff comes out in October.
Yeah, it's gaming season. You gotta wait for that game to drop. $20.
By that point, Madden 24 will be out, so I will probably be dick deep in that. Yeah. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake. Ubisoft is apparently reportedly developing a remake of 2013's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. However, it's in early stages and won't be complete for a few years. So this news is very premature, but yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I didn't get to play it the first time, so a remake would be nice.
I just re-downloaded the remake of the Ezio collection, so I want to play those, and then the 3 remake where it's the Native American one. So I'm hoping to get through those, and then hopefully by then the 4th one will drop. I love Assassin's Creed games. I don't know if anyone else plays them, but
I've been meaning to pick one up, like an older one, but I don't know where to start.
The Ezio collection.
Yeah, I played everything.
It's a remake, and it's 3 of them, so it's going to be Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and Brotherhood.
I played up to Brotherhood. I don't remember if I played Brotherhood, but I played up to Brotherhood.
My first tattoo was Assassin's Creed. I was hooked on it. I like the history to it, the gameplay of it, everything.
I got the one with the Spartans in it, and then I got the
Odyssey.
Yeah, I got Odyssey and Origins, the one with the Egyptians, and I'm terrible at both. I only got them because I'm obsessed with Spartans. I'm obsessed with Egyptian culture. So
see, those are totally different though. Those are like Origin is when they switched over from the original style to the new gaming style.
Yeah, like
so
an RPG,
it's an RPG
action,
instead of like a stealthy. Yeah,
but you don't.
Parkour.
I'm not good at. The thing is, though, I fucked up because I'm not good at stealth games anyway.
You don't
when
have
they give me the
thing about
those playing with stealth and just going straight in hack and slash. Guess what?
That's why you don't like
guns
blazing, right?
Guns
so
blazing.
How did you when you played Ghost of Tsushima? Did you do any stealth at all?
Fuck no.
No.
Oh, I did stealth all the time.
I went in there. It was like. I was in there like John Wick. I was in there like fucking Kill Bill.
No.
I was going crazy.
That was way.
You don't
too
sheath your sword
killed.
in games.
Oh no, I snuck the shit out of people, and that's how I got all the power ups. I got so much.
No.
Like it was great.
I was in there going. I was going heads up. Like I was like, come on.
I like that I could do both. I feel like there's a lot of that Resident Evil 4 remake was a lot of.
Nah, fuck that. I didn't do that stealth either.
Oh, I did. I never do.
I
do. If I
fail the mission when it's stealth, then I'll do stealth. But like if it's like, oh, you've been seen, you have to start over. I'll do
Splinter Cell, Metal Gear Solid, all that stuff. I love it. It's so good.
And I'm sorry because like
Left 4 Dead or not Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead be wild.
Not Left 4 Dead. Oh shit! What is it?
It sucks because Spider-Man, like the Spider-Man game, like. My stuff didn't carry over to PS5, so I have to replay that game again. I never beat it, and I had to do these fucking stealth missions with fucking Miles Morales, and I don't want to do that shit.
I still have to play.
I hate stealth missions in games.
Depending on the stealth mission.
Nope.
I don't like it. I'd rather just go in there fighting. That's my thing.
Right. So my thing is, I'm always like, I'm either running up too fast on them and I get caught, or I'll like accidentally attack. Like I can't.
Just be careful.
I'm ready.
Don't push so fucking hard, man.
The toggle's pushed all the way forward at all times.
Naruto versus Naruto X Boruto. I don't know if I'm saying any of those right. Yeah, that's. I mean, it might as well be. This is a game. Kenny, you know more about any of this than I do. If you can explain. Is this not the first game that we talked about?
It's not Jujutsu Kaisen. It's something totally different. It's a totally different anime. It's disrespectful is what that is. No, this is
I guess the problem is more with the anime style games because they're all the same. So, I mean, there's JRPGs, but these are all the same.
The Storm, because that's the Storm connection, right? The one that we were looking at. Yeah, so those games are really, really good. Just the way, like, if you sit there and play them, go check out my episodes of Bad Guy versus when we play them, and throw a little plug in there. But yeah, it's like one-on-one, not one-on-one, but you can choose between 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, and you just go at it. And like, so you're fighting, you got the assist characters coming in, like they're giving you health, they're throwing daggers out there. It's a lot going on, but it's fire.
So is it like a fighting game, like a Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a fighting game, but like with anime, anime is like 3D,
right?
So you're running around the whole screen. It's not just 2D.
Right.
But yeah, like you're. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, that's what I was wondering. I thought that it was like an RPG kind of style game.
No. It's just like literally, it's you against somebody else. Y'all going at it. It's a lot of strategy going into it. It's a lot harder. Like it's a lot harder. It's not you can't go in there trying to button mash that you're gonna do something. Like you will get fucked up in there. Like you won't land it.
I can't play it then. Mortal Kombat, I just press square nonstop.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can't do that with this one. They'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, I'm a button masher. Synapse is a VR. It's a new game, VR game for the VR PSVR 2. Players must harness a lethal combination of surging telekinetic powers and deadly weaponry as they attempt to stall the plans of the enemy. Colonel Peter Conrad, played by David Hayter. Nice. Speaking of Wow, where did I get that from? That was not even on here. Guided by their handler, Clara Sorensen, played by Jennifer Hale. Players will need to fight through the Colonel's subconscious and extract crucial intel that will put an end to his plans for mass destruction. It sounds fun.
It looks cool too.
I'll probably watch some videos, but I'm never gonna own a PSVR.
I'm never buying a PSVR. If it came to Oculus, I would definitely get it. But
well, that's the thing is, if I ever buy one, I'll get a standalone.
Fuck
whatever
VRs. Like you're gonna get wrapped up and break something.
Also, I don't have a PC strong enough, so I gotta get one of like the Quest or whatever it is.
Yeah, the corded VRs are just a horrible idea. I was fucking shocked when PlayStation announced this brand new headset that was going to be top of the line before Apple's Fishbowl $3,500 one that's coming out. But the PSVR coming out after standalone VRs and having a cord is insane. I don't know. I've tried playing with cords before. I get wrapped up. I'm tripping over. I'm ripping my computer off the wall. Like whatever the fuck. You can't use a wire. It's annoying to use a wire. I know that they build the stuff so you can like try to avoid the wire, but like it's too much. Wireless. It's 2023.
Have either of you guys used a VR in general, a PlayStation VR, anything?
I've never used a VR.
I played Resident Evil 7 on PSVR.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting a little too motion sickness from it though. So I haven't really gone back.
I want to play Resident Evil 4 on VR, both the remake and the original, because you can do both.
I'd beat it 14 times on 14
I will
versions.
do it. Give it to me. That's by far my favorite Resident Evil. And that's
people crazy facts. I can't say nothing.
And within the last couple of years that's become my favorite Resident Evil. I just like Leon. Leon's definitely my favorite. So Nicolas Cage is in Dead by Daylight. He's going to be introduced as survivor of Chapter 28 and a half. Half chapter DLC scheduled for July 25th, 2023. You just like skins. I know you're not even gonna play it. You're just gonna get the skin. You're gonna play once.
I know. We'll play it one time and never play again.
I've never really been intrigued by Dead by Daylight. But
it's a fun game.
Honestly, Nicolas Cage in a game like that, I'm interested.
It's definitely a fun game.
That was me. Like I got back into it because they dropped Freddy Krueger, and I was like, played it a couple times. I was like,
yeah, I want his Ghostface. That's it.
I just hope that they release the skin of him and Mandy, where he's just in his tighty whities with the baseball shirt with the tiger on it.
Oh.
I think it's literally just him as himself, which is even more strange.
Yeah, he's like when he was in the I forget which game award show it was, but he was talking about it. He was like pretty much it's him, but it's a more exaggerated version of him. Is all it is.
How is there an exaggerated version of him?
And that's what I'm saying. It's going to be like, remember how
this man stole the Declaration of Independence?
No, you forget like Face Off. Remember her like?
Oh, I know. No, yeah, it's not. This is not a Nicolas Cage skin. This is a John Travolta skin. Yeah, that's what they should have marketed it as.
John Travolta, you got Nicolas Cage, two of the biggest overactors ever, switching faces and pretending to be each other, overacting. Like that shit is crazy. So him being an exaggerated version of himself is going to be crazy. So I'm going to get that skin, Mike.
Do the skins like how much do skins run?
It's probably like $4.
Yeah, I was say probably $3 or $4.
So it's not too much, but
it might be less because usually they drop like a couple things.
The game's free though, isn't it?
No.
Well, I had it for free because it was on PlayStation Plus once upon a time.
Yeah, I got
so like that's the thing is, and it might even be you might even be able to get it on the PlayStation Plus game catalog, but I haven't looked.
Because I feel like that one and Friday the 13th came out around the same time.
And so Friday the 13th, yes, they did. Friday the 13th, it's closing down.
I know,
it did close down.
That shit was so fun.
It was a fun game. The Pass Within is being. Yeah,
I'm going to go back and play it because they're gonna shut it down. It sucks.
The Pass. What was that?
No, I was just agreeing. It sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks that they even stopped the updates, but Still play it from time to time.
Yeah, I played it a few times. I enjoyed it. Then I played Dead by Daylight, and I think I just like the the versatility of Dead by Daylight and the fact that the way that they can plug different.
But you can at least fight back in Friday the 13th. You can at least fight back. You can't do that with no. You got to like duck and kind of spin around and try to duke them. Like.
The Past Within is being ported to the Switch. A father dead but not forgotten. A daughter wadding through the past to unravel a sinister plan. An unknown presence looking back from the future. In this asynchronous point-and-click puzzle adventure, players must work together and communicate across time and space to solve the mystery left behind by Albert Vanderboom. Switch port is going to be released today, July 6th. So 3 days from when you're listening to this, if you're listening on release. I'm not really too into puzzle games. But somebody who definitely likes puzzle games, maybe with a friend or partner or kid or something, I definitely would enjoy this. It's not for me.
I don't mind puzzle games. It depends on the puzzle game, though. This one doesn't look my style, but
that's the big thing. It matters what puzzle it is.
I guess I like my video games. I like murder.
we know.
It's the only way I can experience it, right?
We know.
I like murder. It's like
I like murder. I like murder. I'm thinking about all my favorite games. I'm like, yeah, it all has to do with I gotta murder somebody for some reason. I mean, if you think about it, you're just endlessly murdering people.
I'll play 2K and Madden.
Well, you're and in those, at least in Madden, you're hitting.
You're trying to kill.
You're trying to murder somebody.
And one of the 2Ks, you did murder somebody.
Exactly.
And you got away with it because your friend did it. Or your friend covered it up.
In this 2K, you just become a rapper? Is that you have a?
That shit still pisses me off to this day. The fact that you're a model / rapper /
skateboarder. I think right.
It's too much. It's just like
just play basketball.
I'll try to play a game and they'll be like, you cannot play the game until you beat the last mission. I'm like, bro, this is 2K. Let me play the game.
That pissed me off because it was like the first basketball game that I was actually going to be super into, and it's just like. Just let me play basketball. I don't want to do all this story shit.
I said, no, you have to battle rap J. Cole. I was like, why? Let me just play the game.
You gotta do a catwalk.
And I downloaded it for my PS5. I just moved it over to my hard drive. My external.
That just brought back so many bad memories. That's why I stopped playing that shit. Play the new one drops.
Joe, I'm going to send this over to you. This is a Battle Royale game. Yeah. That you put this on for you. I would have attempted to. Let me try. Naraka Blade Point.
Nice, you got it.
Yeah.
So Naraka Blade Point is it's a battle royale. It's the best battle royale game in my opinion.
We're gonna get into that.
I know that there's one. I know there's one coming up, but that's not out yet, so we don't know for sure.
No, I can see it.
Naraka Blade Point is so it's coming to PlayStation on July 13th. So next week.
I'll get it.
It's free. It's basically Fortnite, but you're all samurais.
Okay,
and it is
it's a battle royale.
So fun.
I'll try it.
Amazing. I played the alpha of it. I played the beta of it. I've never been so hooked into a beta of a game. And when it came, I played it quite a bit until my friend stopped, and then it was just like, I don't want to play it alone.
Is it just PlayStation?
No, it's on everything besides PlayStation, but it's free on PlayStation next week.
Okay. So it's only free on PlayStation.
Well, no, it's free everywhere.
It's free everywhere.
Besides when I bought it, I paid for it during the alpha to kind of kickstart it.
Got it. So it'll be free. That's cool. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'll try it too.
I never got into the Ghost of Tsushima.
That one is so good. I gotta
finish it. The regular game I beat it. I 100%ed it. I don't 100% games. I did everything. I did every side mission. I never did the online stuff, but I did every side mission, every main. I did everything. I got as much as possible. I'd never do that in a game, but I was like, I gotta know everything about this.
I didn't pull up the trailer for this next one, by the way, so that we didn't watch that.
We'll just talk. We'll talk about it. Legend of Heroes: Trails of Reverie, Trails into Reverie. So it's a 2020 RPG developed by Niham Falcom. I think that's how you say Japan in Japanese, right? The game is part of the Trail series. Itself a part of the larger The Legend of Heroes series. So it's a series within a series. It was released in Japan for PS4 in August 2020, and ports to Nintendo Switch and Windows are released 2021. An English version was released in July of 2023, additionally being ported to the PS5. So it's
just a JRPG. It looks
it's
like.
a JRPG.
Basic JRPG.
Cool. But this next one is what I'm excited about, and I wasn't excited about AEW Fight Forever. I've been talking shit about it for months. But honestly, I'm not a fan of Battle Royale games. But the AEW Fight Forever has a DLC coming out, which is free. Was never advertised before this. It's a Battle Royale mode called Stadium Stampede, and it's massive 30-player battle royale. Basically, it's a wrestling battle royale. I mean, you fight in the arena, you beat each other up. I assume you got to pin the other person. I'm fucking here for it. Like, come on, man. That's insane. And I think that's what most of the time was spent. I think that's what Kenny Omega spent most of the time on, was that. And it
looks ridiculous. Like, it looks enjoyable, but it looks ridiculous.
How much you want to bet we're in 2K25 we're going to get 2K23? What are we on? 2K24? I don't know what we're on. So 2K26 we'll get a battle royale. We'll get something from 2K.
I don't even think we'll get it still.
You don't think so?
No.
Maybe they'll fuck up. Or they'll fuck up again. They're gonna skip a year, but instead of giving us another simulation game, they're gonna give us a battle royale. I imagine they're gonna try to capitalize on it. We're talking about 2K.
I thought we were done with every game coming out battle royales, but
yeah, we were until this. I'm here for it. Like,
I remember the NBA 2K dropped the dodgeball thing in the older 2Ks. Fun. It was like 2 of them like that. You can play dodgeball there.
That's fun. Have you ever played dodgeball? Have you ever played official dodgeball in real life? Like, there's
every
an actual
single day.
Oh no. So there's an actual like official like Dodgeball Association of America. You know, like the dodgeball movie. There's actually one of those. They have set rules. I've played them and played in real life. It's awful.
I want to play, and the thing is,
It's awful. Don't do it. You might be able to. You're more athletic than me. It was me and a bunch of other dudes.
For dodgeball?
I bought dodgeballs. I bought actual dodgeballs.
So that's the thing is which ones did you buy though? Because the official American Dodgeball Association,
old school,
that's not what they use. So they use like a rhino ball.
Knock shit out.
Well, hold on. They use like a rhino ball. It's like foam, but you think, oh, it's foam. It's not shit. That shit fucking hurts. That is worse than a regular dodgeball. It is like throwing a sandball. That shit is insane. No, I'm telling you, I played it. It's way harder.
When you get hit in the nose by one of those, or you get hit like the center of your back, even as a grown man,
I'm telling you, these things are nuts. If you have a Parks and Rec and you can put a team together, and there's a Parks and Rec around you that does it, go to it.
I've been trying to do, because we have a show I've been trying to do. It's called In the Field. I only had one episode we played walk ball. We had another episode that never came out. They got deleted somehow. But I wanted to do kickball and I wanted to do dodgeball. I'm trying to do it this summer. It's hard to get everybody together, but I'm trying to get that going so we can record the
July
footage.
29th.
All right, so we're gonna move past these next few ones relatively quick, just because we are running way over on time. NBA 2K24 cover athlete. I tried to look it up on the link that you provided, Joe.
Yeah, I noticed it wasn't working.
And it was gone, so I don't know. It's Kobe. Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that is actually. So we got all the GOATs on covers this year. We've got Josh Allen. We've got
all
Kobe.
The GOATs. You start with Josh Allen.
Yeah. We got Josh Allen. We got Kobe. Okay. Who's on 2K23 or 2K24?
The WWE?
WWE, yeah. Sorry.
It was John Cena.
John Cena. So we got all the goats.
Yeah, it was John Cena.
It was John Cena. We got all the goats this year. That's it. We don't need any more cover. We're done with cover people because we've got all the best. 2K24 is year of the goat. We got Sims Horse Ranch. Joe, do you want to talk about this? It comes out on.
That's all. Demone.
So you know what it reminded? So I watched the trailer. It reminded me of
My Little Pony.
No. It reminded me of a Mary-Kate or Ashley Olsen or a Barbie horse riding game.
They used to have those on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
My Horse and Me Too.
Anytime Disney dropped the show, they always drop the Game Boy Advance game for no reason.
Exactly. August 31st, that comes out. Combat Cast. Bad Guy. You watched some of it, right?
Yes, and that shit was lit.
What is it?
That shit was lit. So basically, they dropped the trailer. So they showed Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Cyrax, Sector, Rain, and Smoke. So we got all this. So we got Rain and Smoke. They're coming back. We haven't had Rain as like an in-game character that's not DLC in years. And they showed the air fighting, which hasn't been done since Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which was back in like PS2. They dropped Johnny Cage. They showed the moves he can do, and he's my favorite character in all of Mortal Kombat. So they showed him some love. So I'm excited about that. They showed Scorpion doing he can jump up in the air and hit you with the spear now. Like the game's gonna be crazy. I can't wait for it. And the fatalities they showed were just as nasty as I wanted it to be. So yeah, it's gonna be lit. And when they do the combat cast, they always have developers come in and they show you how to use certain people and they show you the little advantages and disadvantages. And yeah, they didn't disappoint with Johnny Cage. He can do these taunts that gives him like a super buff. Like he gives him a buff that pretty much he can not have to use a special meter. He just automatically do the stuff. I can't wait. They're gonna nerf him already, but I'm gonna get my wins in with him before they nerf him.
Joe, Diablo Season 1.
Yep, Diablo 4 Season 1 drops on July 20th. I'm super excited because it's just Diablo seasons are so phenomenal to play, and I've been sitting here waiting for it to drop, and they finally announced it, so I'm very excited for that.
We brought it up a while back. The Lord of the Rings One Ring card was found. The quote from the person who found it was, "My hands were literally shaking. I couldn't believe it was real." Also, this person was in Toronto, so it actually wasn't that far out from you, Joe. You could have.
That's some bullshit. I was in Toronto so much when this set was out.
Toronto. He said in email, "Those things don't happen to people like me. These things don't happen to people like me so far. One Spanish card reseller has publicly posted an offer of 2 million euros, which is 2.89 million Canadian, on their website for the card. In early June, before the card was found, a shop based in Buffalo, New York, which David Adams, offered 1 million, which is 1.3 million in Canadian for the One Ring bounty. I assume
crazy.
He took the higher value, because I would have.
I don't think he actually sold it, but
I would have sold it in a fucking heartbeat.
Apparently
I could use $2.89 million.
Yeah, he flew it out to California to get it graded right away.
I mean, yes, but also you're buying guns beforehand, right? Like you're getting
right
some sort of, like, I'm taking a private jet.
So Beckett posted, like, I think the same day, they were like, if you get the Lord of the Rings card, send it here. They were like trying to promote people if they opened the card to send it to them so that they could get like the rights to it or whatever. And the PSA posted the image of them having it like right afterwards, just like, no, fuck you, we already have it.
We also talked about the Gollum studio Gollum game, but the studio that made the game's closing. Publisher Dadlick Entertainment announced that they will be shutting their internal development studio in Hamburg, Germany, after the failure of Lord of the Rings Gollum. They said that the company would be shifting its focus entirely on publishing.
What would a Smeagol game consist of? What would a Gollum game consist of?
They didn't know either.
It's all stealth, and he looks like garbage.
It's all stealth. He looks like garbage, and you have to buy emotes. If you want them to say my precious, you got to pay them $2.
It was very poorly done. So
Awful.
Not surprising that the company went out of business right away. I seen the game was on sale the week it came out for like half off.
Is it still?
They were
out
just
there?
trying to get the
Or do they
sale.
pull
I'm
it?
sure it's probably a free to play now. They're just
I
trying
would
to
imagine
get,
they
they were
pulled it.
trying to get as much money as they could. Just try to scrape it in as fast as you could before more people talk shit.
That shit is terrible.
Like it looks really bad.
So Microsoft believes Sony will release a PlayStation 5 Slim later this year, with the price of $400. According to a court document, the document was released as part of the FTC versus Microsoft trial to determine the fate of proposed preliminary injunction against the $69 billion buyout of Activision Blizzard in a paragraph on price. Microsoft attempts to convince Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley the Nintendo Switch should be considered in the same market as the Xbox Series X consoles and the PlayStation 5 so that they can make the argument that they have lost the war and be number 3. That PlayStation likewise sells they also said PlayStation likewise sells a less expensive digital edition for $399.99 expected. So this is all just kind of like conjecture that Microsoft is saying so that they can convince the FTC that they lost the war, but it's really hard to say that when they're still doing pretty well.
Oh, it's not they're not saying they're doing bad. They're just saying
no. They're saying they lost. They're saying they're number 3.
Yeah,
they're like we lost the war.
Trying to get the Blizzard
we lost the
acquisition to
war.
go
Yeah,
through, and I really hope it does.
Honestly, at this point, now that I can PC game a little bit, I'm fine with that.
I want Microsoft to own Blizzard. I think it would be fucking phenomenal.
Pokemon Sleep, Joe.
Fuck these goddamn Pokemon games coming to mobile.
Pokemon Sleep.
I just gotta say,
Pokemon Sleep is a wellness app that helps users track their sleeping habits, developed by the Pokemon Company. They really paid people to make this. Users will be able to pinpoint what kind of sleep they're getting in relation to different Pokemon and their own sleeping habits. I will do it. And I will review it for the show.
No, you know what we should do? No, this is what we're going to do for the show.
See who has the worst sleep?
No, Kenny's going to make it and Damone's going to make it because he always sleeps and Kenny does not sleep.
Yeah, I was
going to say Damone
so
gets awful sleep because it's going to hear Damone probably like snoring because he can't breathe. It's like, you need a CPAP. You sound like Snorlax.
That'd be awful. They're gonna be constantly playing Jigglypuff for me because they're gonna try to get me to go to sleep, and this shit ain't gonna work. I'm gonna be sitting there salty.
So we're gonna do a real quick Indiana Jones spoiler-free review because also releasing, I guess, same day as this episode will be a full spoiler review that Kenny and Joe are gonna do. They're gonna add Indiana Jones to the definitive ranking list of Geek in the Sheets, and we will see where it rates compared to our last movie, which was The Flash, which we determined was pretty mid.
Also fake news because Kenny didn't go see it.
I'm gonna go see it.
You wait, what didn't you see?
I didn't see Indiana Jones yet. I was gonna watch it.
God damn it! So I guess you're not getting a spoiler review because
we're not doing that tonight.
We're not doing a spoiler review.
Probably next week.
But I mean, then hopefully Kenny will see it.
Recap, we could still do that. I mean, Mike said he's seen it, so
you guys could do a quick spoiler-free recap.
Yeah, spoiler-free. Don't ruin anything. But all I gotta say, I did enjoy the movie, but the ending, I don't know. I wasn't really super happy with the ending. It's just it was Crystal Skull over again. Is basically what I felt like.
I assume, and you don't need to tell me. You can tell me off air. I'm gonna make a guess that he gets the Dial of Destiny and he goes back in time and is able to relive.
How do you know it's a Dial of
again.
Destiny?
It's called the Dial of Destiny. He gets it and goes back and redoes it, fucking Captain America style.
Leaves his shield, fucks the girl for 80 years.
He leaves the whip and fucks a girl for 80 years. Yeah.
Wasn't that his cousin?
Didn't stop slavery. Remember, Captain America didn't do that.
So yeah, you guys want to go Yeah.
I mean, that's really all I had to say about it. Was just like I felt like it was the Crystal Skull all over again. Honestly,
I didn't think
without
it was
Shia
that,
LaBeouf.
but
it wasn't as bad as it was a better Crystal Skull.
No interdimensional aliens.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth seeing for sure. Definitely better than Kingdom of Crystal Skull. I agree with you a little bit. Like the ending was a little bit more than I was expecting, but I didn't feel betrayed by it either in the same way I did with Kingdom of Crystal Skull. And I thought the actual ending, the last scene, made it worth it.
I agree there.
Well, I'll watch it hopefully within the next month. So
I'm gonna watch it in the next couple of days. So we can still do this review.
We'll still do it.
So
yeah, it just won't be tonight.
So that's it. That's how we're gonna end. We are way over on time, and so that means we're not doing a game this week. So our score still stands at Joe 1, Damone 1, Kenny 1. You're all tied. So. We don't have Damone here, so we're gonna go ahead and do plugs, and I'll let our guests go first. I don't know which one of you guys want to plug your official stuff, but whoever wants to go, Tim, if you want to go first and plug yourself.
Oh yeah, I really only use Instagram as my social media, so you can find me at TimRadWrites on Instagram. And our Kickstarter is going right now. So if you want to check that out, you can search Grave Brigade or go to Kickstarter and search Grave Brigade.
Mike.
Yeah, Instagram is allthings_Mike Dean. Website is allthingsmikedean.com. And yeah, go check out Grave Brigade. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, check it out. And as we mentioned, Superbud issues 1 through 3 are available on the add-ons. So
I'm in for that. I'm really in for that. I promise you, I'm going to do it just for that.
Yeah, Superbud sounds really good. I've seen it mentioned on the Kickstarter, but you giving the description of it sounds phenomenal.
Right. Bad Guy.
You can catch me on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken. You can catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube's. And you can check out our football podcast, Unbiased, also on the same channel, and my new show, Hood Movie Reviews. Every episode we review a different hood movie, whether it's good or bad. We review them all, and we got a bad one coming here soon. We're doing a legendary one. Then this one right after is a straight to Tubi movie. So my castmates, they don't know it yet, but they're gonna be going through it.
Is it Dracula in the Hood?
No, it's not that one. I did put that in there, but it's a movie called PPP Loan that I'm gonna make them watch.
Oh, I seen that. That triggered me because I had to deal with PPP loans a lot at work. So,
Joe.
Yeah, I don't really have plugs, but you can catch me here. You can catch me at Not a Real Court, and I've been doing the T13 social medias for Narc and Gits. Geek in the Sheets, Not a Real Court. I'm used to just using acronyms, but same. I do on the Geek in the Sheets Twitter. I have been for the past week posting every deal that I can find that's a good deal for anything gaming. So if you're trying to save money, highly recommend that.
Nice.
And you can catch Joe on the latest episode of Hood Movie Review too.
Yes, and I can plug that now. Yes, Blank Man. We did Blank Man.
Nice.
GOAT movies.
Yeah, we'll say
slap me silly and call me Susan.
You can be on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike, where I tweet at Boy Meets World Fever podcast, and that's all my interaction on Twitter is until they end within next few weeks. So I don't have any idea what I'm gonna do. I've been asking for months. Yeah, exactly. I'm done with Twitter. Go to Threads. You can rate and review us on Spotify and hopefully Apple Podcasts if Damone did his job. You can 5 or fuck off is the golden rule. You can go to our website at t13media.com where you can find all the shows, including Book It, a wrestling podcast. If you like wrestling, you can find Not a Real Court. You can find all the bad guy stuff. That's the show.
Case closed.
That's it. No, it's not case closed. We don't gotta buy.
He said case closed.
Hey guys, thanks again for watching another episode of Not a Real Court. If you ever want to watch us live, you can catch us Mondays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook page. If not, you can catch the video when it drops on Thursday on YouTube, or you can find us on any platforms where you listen to your podcasts.